Boom, boom. Here we go. What's the word, fam?
I want to welcome you to the show. We have one of the nicest MCs joining me here tonight on Sports and Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max. He's a Grammy nominee, Chlotrudis
Ooh.
nominee for Best Supporting Actor in D and 40. Yes, he is. We got to mention that. He's one of the greatest MCs in the game, and that's for sure. Got a brand new collective album out right now, Apophenia.
Yes, sir.
Oswin Benjamin's in the building here tonight. Oswin, how's it going, man?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. I forgot about all of that shit till you said something. Wait, can I say shit? Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, cool. Yeah, I forgot about all that shit till you said something. That's fine, bro. How you doing, fam? Thank you for having me today, too, man.
Of course, man. Everything's going good.
Man, everything is well, man. We in Arizona now. Me and the wife. You feel me? Figuring this life thing out. You know what I'm saying?
Life. I know you had a big change in moving to Arizona because you and Chris Rivers talked about it. New York was getting stagnant and stale. It was time for you to move on. How was the move when you first got out there and getting acclimated?
If I'm being honest with you, bro, it's been cool. It's definitely a change of pace, but it's different though. It's different. I know New York is really dog eat dog, fend for yourself type situation, man. And I feel like out here, the love is different. People just like good rap over here. People just like good music, man. I feel like in New York, it's very, very it's difficult to get the love, and I think even more so because I'm from there. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, especially in today's day and age, the whole drill scene, and there's a lot of politics in New York. Do you feel as though moving to Arizona, there's less politics?
Yeah, it's less politics, and it's kind of like, you know, it's like being the new kid in high school. You know what I mean? With all the cool stuff on. It's just like, yo, who's that? Who's that kid? We never seen him before. So you know what I mean? Like it kind of feels like that for me and Chris. It's kind of like, yo, nah, they're dope. Who are they? Where are they from? You know what I mean?
Mhm. How are you feeling about the new collective album,
Oh,
Apophenia?
it's fire. It's fire, bro. Rap album of the year. Hands down.
It's rare to see
Hands down.
collectives nowadays. All you usually see is Griselda, or if you want to go to Migos, but Migos doesn't count for me because what you do and Griselda do are two totally different types of hip hop.
Yeah, result is different, man.
Yeah.
Those boys be rapping, man. That bet, yo, I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm a huge Cole fan, bro. But I think Benny got Cole out of here on that joint, man.
I think so. I agree.
I feel like Benny got him out of here. I said, I just believe what Benny be talking about, bro. I just believe him.
You've spoken about it plenty of times in other interviews that you can tell when someone is really about that life or what they lived coming up, and you could separate from the artists who haven't lived that life or are on that stage. It's just the energy.
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I was talking to a good friend of mine about the whole Benny joint. I was just like, yo, it's like he lived all the life from all the years, bro. Like from every era. It's just like, yo, he could have went to high school with me and my parents at the same time. Like he's the oldest thing in the world, but the youngest thing at the same time. Like it's crazy. Like when he talks, it's like, nah, bro. I believe you, bro. You win. I hear you. You feel me?
One of my favorite tracks off the new album is What You Mean, and the visual, it reminds me a lot of
Mhm.
Guilty Conscience by
Okay.
Eminem. That's the
Yes.
vibe it gives me. And I think that's what you guys were trying to portray in that.
Um, be honest with you, yo, that didn't even come up in conversation. So huge shout out to Chris Rivers and Denzil Porter. So Denzil, he has this thing. He was just like, yo, Edgar Allan Poe is like my favorite author of all time. And he does short stories, and that's his thing. So he was like, every every album, I put a short story like on my album. So he was just like, bro, like for the whole Apophenia album, like everybody had their moment. And it's just like, yo, Chris was just like, yeah, nah, this is my moment right here. I had a moment on there, and Denzel was just like, yeah, this is what I'm contributing to the joint too. So like, What You Mean was mostly Denzel, and like that was the easiest song to write, and we had like 5 different scenarios, bro. Like we wrote that joint from like mad different stories, bro. Like we was going to rob a bank, and the car that we was going to use to rob the bank, it was going to be somebody who owed Denzel money, and I was, you know what I mean? Like I was like, nah, that don't work. And then we had like 4 other scenarios. And then when we it was Denzil and my man Left. Shout out to Leftway. He was just like, yo, what if it's like a real situation, just telling the stories about the backside to the story that of an artist who may look like he's successful, who may look like, you know what I mean, like things are moving for him. It's just like, and yo, everything in that song was real. Like 2016 BET Awards, bro, like I couldn't afford laundry. I couldn't afford to do it. So I had my brother drawers on and he was just like, bro, I'm not letting you go to Atlanta with no money, so take my debit card. You know what I'm saying? Like when we shot for Netflix, bro, I was really driving Uber, bro, damn near living out the car. That 10-minute freestyle on Suede everybody be talking about, bro, I was homeless when I wrote that joint. You see what I'm saying? Like, but no, everybody just sees it's kind of like the artistic process is kind of like everybody is a fan of the MP3, but you don't know how many takes is in that MP3. You don't know how many takes is in that wave. You know what I mean? You don't know how much second guessing is in that MP3. You don't know how much lyrics had to be rewritten or how many notes had to be resung. I just see the MP3 and that's it. This is like, nah, it's a lot. It's a story behind these MP3s, man. You know what I mean?
It was a great visual. It's an amazing song for hip hop. Like I said, it reminds me of Guilty Conscience. And your true inspiration, just mentioning right now, of being homeless. At what point did you finally get out of that period of your life?
It might have been Sway happened 20. Okay. So the homeless journey might have been 2015, 2016. So I'm a very stubborn guy, right?
Mhm.
So I moved, I was born in Brooklyn, grew up in Newburgh. I moved back down to the city like 2012. And I was working with a dude named B Works, or White Gold, who was on Eminem joint. So me and him, like, bro, we got a whole tape together that never dropped. Incredible. He's one of the most talented producers I've ever heard in my life and worked with. So it was me, him, my man Tyler, shout out to Tyler Busher. And we were like, I really didn't have nowhere to go like that. I had just got kicked out of the apartment that I was in. And I was walking around New York City with a big ass duffel bag and I was just sleeping in Warner Brothers, bro. I'd get up, find something to do during the day and then come back and sleep over there and then figure out where I was gonna go. Like, dog, yeah, that might have been like 2015, 2016.
And thank God that you got out of that period, because just how depressing that can be for a person, is especially for certain people in the careers trying to pursue something in the entertainment and music industry. That's
Yeah.
tough for a lot of people, and you're a testament that you made it out.
Man, it was, I mean, it was, it's gonna sound crazy. It was fun. Yeah, I mean, like I didn't have no, it was fun, bro. I didn't have no worries like that, man. And I was, it made me realize that the people that you with when you down is more important than you actually being down. You know what I mean? Like bro, we would get $1 slice and cut it in half type shit. And it's just like, but I'm doing that with my man. So it didn't feel like, oh my gosh, the world is against me. It's just like, nah, bro, we gonna make it out of this and we gonna have a hell of a story to tell when we do. You know what I mean?
And you're currently writing it now. Back to the collective album, because we're going to get into your early history and everything. When did this start to form? Because I know that you and Chris have been collaborating for years. When did you decide to form this collective with Chris and Denzil Porter?
Uh, that must have been, I think the first cipher was 2017 the last one? So we did 3 of them, and I don't want to butcher the years, but we did the first cipher. It was, I knew Chris already, and I met Denzil shortly after that, and Armani from Team Backpack or World MC, World Underground. He put 3 of us on the cipher, and we was just like, yo, we know each other, and how these ciphers work is everybody works separately to have the best verse. So he's just like, yo, what if we wrote these verses together for real? Like we jumping in and out of each other verses so we can make this a moment. And that way, like the whole point of that it was to like push camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, in order for anybody to have a better cipher than what we had, y'all gonna have to work together. There's no other way it's gonna happen. Like, no one is gonna individually have a better verse than us three, because all three of us are, you know, we're pretty good at what we do. So the whole point was to like, all right, cool. We're gonna push this, and then we're gonna challenge everybody to work together. Like, who's gonna be the next three? Who's gonna have something to say? So the second cipher we did, nobody said anything when we issued the challenge. So the second cipher, we ended up battling ourselves. So we was on stage just cutting each other ass. It was crazy. And then the third one, you know, people were throwing stones here and there. So we addressed that. And then it got really, really personal and serious towards the second half. So after the third one, it was like, yo, now we need an album from y'all. And we attempted to make the album probably like 3 times. And then, you know, we finally got it done. And it took like a month, but it was like every day we were getting to it. You know what I mean? But nah, these dudes are dope. This has been forming for at least 5 to 7 years.
And you have a great bond with Chris, and you've been close friends. You guys, you hear the chemistry on the tracks that you make together. What is it, if you could describe it as one characteristic trait that you guys just work so fluently together?
You mean one trait from Chris and Denzil?
Yeah, and you that in which all of you work so fluent together.
I think if there was one like trait or characteristic to describe how everything meshes so well, is we all got respect for each other. We all got respect for each other, and none of us want to be the weakest link in the group. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, all right, like, bro, I probably rewrote every verse on the album. You see what I'm saying? Like, I go in there and it's just like, I respect y'all. We all respect each other, and we all scared of each other in the hip hop sense. And I know rappers don't say things like that. Like, nah, I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the greatest. It's like, nah, these dudes is killers. You see what I'm saying? So like, I had to make sure I came with my A game all the time. So like, the respect was there. And because the respect was there, it was easy to work.
Something I've learned about your approach is that you've been inspired by the 8 Mile ending rap battle when Eminem admits his flaws and admits who he is. That's something that's inspired you.
Yes. Wow, bro, you did your homework.
Thank you, man.
Nah, bro, that scene changed my life, bro. Changed my entire life. And I'm just like, yo. Like, everybody is like, and that's the thing, bro. Like, everybody has a cheat code that they walking around with. You know what I mean? Like, your cheat code is your story. And people buy into the real. The greatest artists ever, or the greatest songs ever, are the realest, from the Lose Yourself to Dear Mama to Song Cry to Ordinary People to, you know what I'm saying, What's Going On. Like, it's just real songs. People connect to that. You know what I mean? So like, that last battle was genius. And when my man Papa Doc ain't had nothing to say, I was like, yo, he cracked the code real quick. So like, every time something happened, but the downside to that is, you know, you start to look for things to go bad for something to write about. That's what I was doing. I was just like, yo, I remember one time I caught chlamydia, dog, and I was so hyped, I wrote the verse inside the hospital. I was like, yeah, can't nobody tell me nothing. You feel me? Like, I just kept looking for terrible shit to happen so I could constantly have things to talk about. But it's like, if I get to it, if I say it before they do, then they're not gonna have nothing to say. And then what ended up working was just like, nobody's gonna be bold enough to tell that side of the story anyway. And I really don't give a fuck.
No.
Like, I don't care. Yeah, that's part of my life. It happened. So where we go from here? Now you know. Now what? You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So it worked. So shout out to Eminem for that, bro. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Pressure was a song that you made in which you cried during the making of it.
Yeah.
And that's your song. That's your real song. That's your song, Cry, Dear Mama.
Yeah.
Off of your debut album, Godfrey.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Pressure was I felt that one. There's a lot going on when we made Pressure. And I think it's just the whole thing with Pressure was like, it's weird. So you got the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing this, and it's kind of like you can interview me today, and it could be phenomenal, and everybody will be like, "Yo, that was incredible. Who you interviewing next?" And it's just like, bro, I just dropped this yesterday, bro. Like, chill out. Let it, you know what I'm saying? Like, let it live. You know what I'm saying? And I think Pressure was just I feel like it's a plight that artists go through. It's kind of like you can put, bro, like same the MP3 thing, like, bro, there's 12, 13, 15, sometimes 2 weeks worth of second guessing and, small victories in this 2 to 3 minute MP3. Sometimes it's months. It took Kendrick Lamar 6 months to write All Right. 6 months worth of whatever is in that 1, 2 to 3 minute song. And it's just like, it's digested so quick. And it's like, all right, what's the next one? It's like, bro, everybody could just relax right now. So Pressure was kind of like that thing, like, yo, I don't even understand like what it, like, bro, like I just did all of this just for somebody to say, where's the next one? It's like, I'm really going through some real shit right now. And I just worried about what the next record is going to be. It's like, man, that's a lot, bro. But you either going to break from it or you going to shine through it. You know what I mean? So don't complain about it, bro. Just, get with it and give the people what they want.
God-free means peace of God. Were you having trouble finding God at that time? Because Olive Oil is a song that speaks about you not being able to pray to God and your mother having to pray to God for you.
Yeah, man. So, you're good. So Godfrey is also my middle name.
Okay.
So, it all just, and that's why that project was so personal. Yeah, bro. Like, God is my nigga, bro. That's my man's. We talk all the time. You feel me? But like any other relationship, man, there's certain things. Like, I don't know if you're in a relationship, I don't know if you got a girl or whatever, but I'm married. You feel me? And it's like, it's a relationship. Sometimes me and my wife, we understand each other. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we argue and we yell at the top of our lungs because we just don't understand things. And I feel like with God, the relationship is the same. It's kind of like, yo, I don't understand why you did this, bro. Like, this don't make sense to me. Explain this to me. And then this other times it's just like, wow, you really looked out. And then this other times it's just like, yo, bro, I feel like I can't even talk to you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in the right mind to talk to you right now. You know what I mean? And then this other time it's just like, yo, thank you for being who you are. You know what I'm saying? So going through all of those emotions is just like, and my mom been praying for me since forever, dog. You know what I mean? But it's like in the middle of certain things, perspective is key. And I think that was the biggest thing for me too, working on Godfrey. Like, things don't happen to me, they happen for me. And I think after that happened, that perspective switch, it was just like, all right, cool. So God is really in everything. But while I was making Godfrey, I wasn't able to see that. I was like, why is all of this happening to me? Like, nah, bro, it's happening for you. Because it's a gem in everything. It's a lesson in everything. So it's just like, I had to grow up and learn that. So while I was making that, yeah, me and God was beefing a little bit.
But you're over the beef.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. That's my
what
guy.
counts most.
That's my man's. You feel me?
I'm happy that you overcame it and were able to patch up the relationship between you and God and moving along into the power of manifestation, because you believe in manifestation. Now, how do you separate the two? Because people believe in miracles, people believe in that this happened for a reason, and then God did this for me. How would you intertwine God and manifestation, or they're two separate entities?
I feel like everything falls to me, right? People may see this and be like, I don't believe it. And that's them. For me, everything falls under the umbrella of God, bro. Like, and it says it in the Bible. We're made in His image. If I'm made in the image of the entity that created all of these things, and words are as powerful. Like, they was like, yo, in the beginning, like, you know what I'm saying? When God made everything, He spoke it. He spoke things into existence. He spoke them. You know what I'm saying? The world was made because He spoke. So it's kind of like, it shows how important words are. You know what I mean? And even like to be given this gift that I have, I'm careful with what I say. You know what I mean? Because you can talk yourself into the greatest situation in your life, or you can talk yourself into the worst. You could talk yourself into joy, you could talk yourself into depression. So people like to separate things, and people like to put things in a place where they're comfortable. Um, Manifestation, prayer, whatever you want to call it. Like, I talk to God about things. I let him know. I let him know what I need, and I move like I have it already. And if it's lined up with what he want me to have, then it'll happen. And if it's not where I'm supposed to be at right there, the things I feel like I want and I need, I don't get them when I feel like I want them, is because I'm not ready to have them things yet. And it's either something for me to learn, a little bit more growing I gotta do, and that's how our relationship works. So people sit in yoga stances and downward dogs and talk to the moon, whatever work for you. But for me, me and God, we chop it up, and I do my best to stay in alignment with what he want and what I want.
Mhm.
Make sure that they line up.
The power of words, the words I manifest, such as Guru once said on Gangstar's album.
Hmm.
And if you think about it, with the words I manifest with Snoop Dogg, murder was the case that they gave me. He eventually caught a murder case.
Hmm. Yeah, if you look at all of these like rappers that have like, bro, the Biggie Smalls thing, it always name of his album was Ready to Die. You know what I'm
Life
saying? Like,
after
I listen
death.
Life After Death. I listen to Nipsey, Blue Laces off of Victory Lap. He Although he was talking about a situation that happened to one of his mans, the way that he passed was almost identical. You know what I'm saying? I look at Juice World, you know what I mean? Like, the content, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like, and especially being black, bro, we have a habit of speaking like that because we're not expected to live past a certain way, a certain time. Not only are we told that, but we experience that. Like, you are OG if you're 25. That's crazy. No other cultures that exist. You're supposed to be 25. You're supposed to live to 25. You live to 25 being black. That's an accomplishment. You know what I mean? So we talk about death because we see it so much, and it's something that we expect for ourselves. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, and although we're speaking of our realities, that it's still life and death is in the power of the tongue. Still, you know what I'm saying? So it gets tricky talking about your reality and then finding that fine line of also speaking life into yourself.
Mhm. And you speak about living past the age of 25. You think about most of the hip hop artists that are out there, they've died at such a young age. I
Crazy.
mean, Biggie, Tupac, Big L, these guys were taken away from us at such a young age. We didn't even get to see the real impact they had. They could have had
Crazy.
an even bigger impact where who knows how hip hop would have sounded today. It may still have sounded the same. Who knows?
Yeah, bro. Nah, I wonder that. I ponder those thoughts every now and again. Like, what if Biggie was still here? For me, like, what if Big L was bro? Big L is a whole different monster. But like, I think of things like that. Like, yo, what if Pac was here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would have Pac been if he was still here? Like, would he have been Nation of Islam activist? Like, where would what would have happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think about stuff like that all the time.
Mhm. You've when doing your song with Nipsey, did you have a dream and actually speak to Nipsey spiritually?
Yeah, that was a real thing, bro. I got a little Nipsey chain too, bro. But fam, so the dream I had, it was weird. So we were in like this old house, and it was like, when I say old, like it felt old, like plastic on the couch, and the plastic was like yellowy. You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
been there for at least 20 years. And there was a bunch of us in like this like corridor, kind of like a middle section right before this living room thing. And Nipsey's there, and he's chopping it up with everybody. And then he like pulls me to the side, and so I'm like, yo, I'm about to go. Like, you about to go? He's like, yeah, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to head back. I was like, yo, what you mean? So I went to like walk with him up the stairs, and he was just like, bro, it's all about perfect timing, bro. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. It's all about perfect timing. Now I woke up.
And
You
now
feel me?
everything is right on timing for you.
You know what I mean? It's happening slowly but surely. But yeah, that Nipsey told me in a dream, it's all about perfect timing. Facts.
That's real life.
That was a real thing. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace of Nipsey Hussle. It's amazing, just that dream. It almost feels as though it was real because there's certain things that aligned with it.
Yeah, yeah. Things have been things have been happening, man.
Mhm.
A lot of things have been revealed. A lot of doors have been opened, bro. And it's like, dog, it's an incredible journey. You know what I mean?
That's right. How was your life experience of growing up in Newburgh, New York? Because I know that you grew up in a church household, Christian household. Your mother sang in the choir. Your father played the guitar. You
Yeah,
couldn't listen to hip hop at that time. I know your first CD was John Legend, and eventually you got a Bow Wow CD.
yeah. It's a fact, man. That's a fact. I listened to John Legend all the way, like with the volume all the way down, fam. All the way down. He's just like, bro, it's John Legend. But yo, that first album, he was talking crazy. That She Don't Have to Know was crazy. I was just like, yo, I just thought it was ordinary people. John Legend was a little dirtbag on his first album. You feel me? I couldn't let that ring out too crazy in the hallways. But yeah, bro. Man, it was dope, man. I feel like it's weird when people ask childhood questions because it's like, you a kid. So you enjoying your life for what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's only when you get older, it's just like, yeah, well, nah, we could have had a couple more Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Or we could have had this, we could have had that. But it's like, bro, my life was what it was, man. And we made the most out of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a good time. I had everything from, you know what I'm saying, like fake jewelry to fake Jordans. I had a pair of Fat Farms and the P was backwards. I got it from a swap meet. You feel me? My man, my man Troy Van found out and cut my ass for the whole day. Never wore them shits ever again. Like, you know what I mean? Like things like that I remember, but I was good with everybody in high school. You know what I mean? Like I used to steal people rhymes and saying they would beat on tables and shit. All we listened to was Christian hip hop and Christian music. So I used to steal rhymes and rap them like they was mine. I was like, nobody's ever gonna find this out. You feel me? Like it was a good time, man. It was a good time. You know what I mean? Like I had a good childhood.
Mhm. I'm glad to hear that. And your mother actually, when she started hearing the hip hop music, she started to hear the N word, and she wasn't too fond of it at first. Did she grow an appreciation for it eventually and understand what you were doing when she was successful at it?
I don't think my mom will ever find an appreciation for me using certain words. But I think she's more she understands it a little bit more. She had to come to a show. I had that might have been 2014. I had my first headlining show. My mom came, my grandmother came, my dad came, and I like broke down on stage, dog. Cried and all types of stuff. And that's when my mom was just like, oh, I get it. You see what I'm saying? Because she thought every rapper was the same. She thought everything was murder was the case that they gave me. So to her, it's just like, bro, you're not even living this life. And it's just like, bro, but you haven't heard the music. You see what I'm saying? So when she finally heard it, she was like, all right, cool. I'm proud. God is proud. I may not agree with all the words, but I'll make sure I don't miss the message.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you don't. That's something that your music has is the message, and not too many artists have that these days. And you can tell that you're really diligent, and you can tell that you put a lot into your music, and that's important nowadays. And people in the industry recognize it. I mean, that 10-minute freestyle on Sway, he recognized it. There's a reason why you're here, and a reason on this path because we need more prophets. I consider you more a poetic prophet. And you mentioned poetry before, of being a fan of Edgar Allan Poe. So when did you start to dive into the poetry element of literature?
I mean, Edgar Allan Poe, that's Denzil's guy. I feel like for me, poetry is it's amazing. I'm like infatuated. I'm in love with words. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you can say there three different ways and they can all mean three different things, like that's sorcery to me. You see what I'm saying? So like, yeah, bro, and just the effect that words have, like how you can say the same thing. I can tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, maybe you could change that shirt a little bit. It don't really go with that hat. Or I could say, bro, that shirt is fucking ugly. What the fuck? But it's like I'm saying the same thing, but you feel two different ways off of what I said. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's crazy. So I've always been in love with words. So like poetry and stuff and just drawing parallels between different worlds, that shit is fun. I think I had like, wow, this is crazy. I never told nobody this. I wrote a poem in like, I want to say seventh, eighth grade. And just right, it wasn't even a big deal. Handed in for class. My English teacher said, write a poem, handed it in. And the shit ended up in the school newspaper. I was just like, oh, I might be all right. I might, you know what I'm saying? I might be decent. So I feel like since then, I was like, all right, cool. Let me keep writing then. You know what I mean?
And then it all went from there, being highlighted in the school newspaper.
You feel me? Big deal. Big
It
deal
is a
back
big deal.
then. Big deal back then.
Oh, you already know. And you actually started out in a group, in a Christian hip hop group at the age of 14 or 15, and you consider it to be a terrible time for
Oh,
music for your period in life.
terrible, bro. Jeez. Yo, to get me mad, like my brother would like keep the CD and play that joint every once in a while. Just to like, yo, bro, don't forget where you came from. You feel me? It was just like, it was just terrible. I think I might still remember the verse, bro. Hold on. Yeah, it was wild, bro. For the record, I was trash.
Not anymore.
And for the record, I was super trash. It was like, you need to show some respect, even though you don't like me. Got the game in check like my name is Nike. The devil think he on fire, so he trying to light me. I keep God first, that's why my rhymes is tight B. Oh my gosh. Jesus Christ. Yo, and I was like, I'm killing this shit. Bro, I was ass. Yo, I was really bad, bro. I was really trash.
You you
Wow.
meant you mentioned your younger years before and getting highlighted in the school newspaper. College would be an important time for you in hip hop because that's when you would discover artists such as Biggie, AZ, Jay Z, Big L, and you started studying just the importance of words and that you could say what you want to say on records. And Lupe
Yeah.
Fiasco, I've heard, is your biggest influence.
Ooh, shout out to Lou. Yeah, man. IT fam. Like he different. He the one that showed me personality could your not personality, imagination could get you a Grammy, bro. That man really got a Grammy off Daydream, bro, about a walking project building. What? What are we talking about? Like that's crazy. It's just like, bro, he really built a walking project building as a robot from the feet to the head and got a Grammy off that. I said, oh, so I can use my imagination? Ain't nobody tell me that. That's crazy. So yeah, Lou was that guy for me, man. And I studied Lupe crazy, crazy. Next to Jay-Z, probably my favorite artist.
One of the greats.
100%.
You were accepted to NIAC in New York, and you would actually start your own hip hop career at that time as well, just being in college there. You were accepted before community college to NIAC. It was a theology school. Was that right?
Yeah, man. Nyack was a whole ass Bible school, fam. We had to go to chapel for credits to graduate, all types of shit, man. Yeah, Nyack. Yeah.
Society 101. You released that. You made $500 off of it on campus.
Feel me? Sold that shit right out of a little black bag. You know what I'm saying? 500 cash. I was hyped. It's the most money I ever made off music at that time. You know what I'm saying? shout out to Tyler Busher. He did all the beats on there and he did the artwork. That's when was it Kinko's was still a thing? We had to go there. We had to burn all the CDs in the spot, and then we had to make wild copies of the cover art, like really like from the mud type shit. We ain't had no booth, so we had to go to somebody else's dorm room and record in their closet. You know what I mean? Like it was man, that was a great time.
That's that you draw that correlation there with Nipsey, because when Nipsey was able to make so much selling his album for $100, that's how you draw that correlation there. That's you two have some similarities there.
Man, I didn't even draw that parallel. That's crazy. He really did. He really did that, bro. He really sold mixtapes for 100 cash. Nice.
And he was able to go through it and actually get people to buy into it, which is, he's a genius. And that's why he's one of the greatest to ever do it in rap. And it's a shame that people didn't get to celebrate him while he was alive, because it's like Biggie says, you're nobody till somebody kills you.
That's so real, bro. Yeah, it's just like, why we gotta wait? You know what I'm saying? Why we gotta wait till something happens for everybody to be like, oh nah, so he was great. Hey, bro, tell that man that right now.
The joy comes in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Just like your second album.
Yeah, man. Whew. That was a tough one.
What were you going through at that time that this was the title of your album?
So that was 2020. Yeah. So that was the year of the pandemic. Me and my wife had got married, and my best friend died that same year. So the whole joy comes in the morning. It was just drawing that parallel of the two things. Like I'm experiencing a lot of emotions on both ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm mourning and I'm grieving, but I'm also celebrating life in a new way, all while being Black during the pandemic when the Breonna Taylor thing was happening, the George Floyd thing was happening. You know what I mean? Like speaking at protest and all of that, like just everything that was going on in that time was in that project. You know what I'm saying? Probably the hardest project I've had to write, and it's probably the greatest body of work I've made to date. Mm-hmm. Everything meant something.
It's important. That's an important one that highlights your career thus far, and just shows you can touch on different topics. And I'm curious to get your opinion on this. Basically, all the racism that's going on in the world is the extension of the NFL continuing its nonsense with not only the Kaepernick blackballing, but now we have the issue of Brian Flores and how they're not giving Black coaches opportunities for head coaching jobs that are qualified. Yeah,
that's the NFL. The NFL doing that is one thing, but I feel like that's not new. I feel like out of all the white colleagues or friends that I've had, they've never had to experience words like you're overqualified for this position. You know what I'm saying? Like that concept alone kills me. And I've only heard that said to, you know what I mean, the people who look like me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of things. Just like, oh, you're qualified, so you can't work here. Yeah, that's not sad. Sadly enough, that's not new. You know what I mean? So, and I think what's even more sad is that we're not surprised by it. It's like, oh yeah, that happened to him. Wow, that's crazy. Yo, what you trying to go eat? It's so normal. You know what I mean? Like it's not nothing crazy. Like I feel like as a people we've experienced things of that nature for a majority of the time. So I think that the sad part is that it's normal to us.
I hope that suit wins, in which Brian Flores exposes the NFL. I think you're having that already. There needs to be conversations about it. I hope there's some issues that get resolved there, because I think he's more than qualified to have a head coaching position over Brian Dable, who was only an offensive coordinator, and Brian Flores was a head coach. He's
Yeah.
qualified for the position. He should get a head coaching job right there with a winning record. Unbelievable. But we'll see if the New York Giants pay for their mistake, and hopefully they do.
Yeah, man, I have my eyes open. I'm not even a huge football fan. Matter of fact, I did a really good job playing off me not knowing what you was talking about. You didn't even know I didn't even know what you was talking about.
Really?
I didn't even know. I had no clue what you was talking about. But like, it's like, wow, even with me not knowing, it wasn't a surprise. I think that's the part that's crazy to me. Just like, bro, I didn't even know what you was talking about, but it sounded so regular. That should happen to the majority of people I know.
Even in small companies too.
Yeah. So it's a regular thing, man.
Systemic racism. Unbelievable. You started to gain your fan base, would you say, right around when you dropped your Dead Presidents freestyle on SoundCloud? Because you started to hit up all your followers on, I think it was Instagram, to tell them, go check out my freestyle. And you were surprised when you saw the number count of people who listened in.
Bro, I don't even think Instagram was around yet. I think I hit up everybody that I knew on Twitter. I sent a message to everybody that I knew on Twitter to check the joint out. Every time I drop something, I just stay up and send it to everybody. You know what I mean? And it's like when I started seeing the numbers go up, I was just like, and it wasn't even nothing crazy. Bro, 50 people might have heard the joint. I was like, 50 whole people? That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I gotta keep going. When I seen that joint hit 100 plays, I was just like,
you're building something.
I said,
You're nice.
I'm nice. I'm on. 100 people heard this. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. I remember that. That Dead President freestyle was tough too. I don't know where that's at.
Rich Nice. He's someone that you met. You sent him the 30 records. You did it on purpose too. And eventually you heard one of your songs out of those 30 played on Sway.
Yeah, man. That was crazy too. I met Rich Nice. He wasn't even, I don't even think he came to see me. He came to see somebody else. And I think he might have got caught in traffic or something, called like the tail end of my set. It was just like, yo, you're dope. Y'all work for Swing in the Morning. And at that time, I heard that 1,000 times. So I was like, all right, bro, what you want? Like, yeah, send me some records, man, and I'll have some. I was like, all right, cool. I sent him almost every record I had. I said, go ahead, bro. And then the next day, he really played the joint. I was just like, oh, he was dead ass. That's crazy. You know me, still my man to this day, bro. Shout out to Rich.
Shout out to him. And with your legendary freestyle on Sway, which was 10 minutes, it's legendary. People are always going to remember that freestyle. You made history up there going nonstop. It's similar to something that I don't even think anyone could do that. I would say maybe Big L back in the day on Stretch and Bobbito, but you were able to accomplish that. And even with the mic coming apart and then the headphones weren't working, how were you able to still focus on that freestyle when all that was going on? Because I was watching, I'm like, you're still going?
Yo, bro. So I think before that freestyle, like I was writing that like I didn't know I was gonna meet Sway. But I was like, when I do meet Sway, I need to have a verse ready. So I was writing, piecing that verse together for years. So when I finally, and bro, it was probably like 7 minutes. And then Black Thought went on Flex and did 10. And I was just like, I gotta throw an extra 3 minutes on here. I have to. I gotta throw an extra 3 minutes on here. So like, yeah, bro, but that was just constant going over the joint. I would practice that verse for like at least 2-3 hours a day. Just to make sure if I get the call tomorrow, I'm ready. I need to know this joint like I know my social security number. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's what that was. So even when I lost the beat, I was like, I know where I'm at in this verse. So it was like, all right, cool. It's kind of like autopilot. Like I know what part of the verse I'm at. Let me keep going. I need to figure out how to fix this joint because I don't even know if I'm on beat no more. You know what I mean? And then I was just like, yo, Sway, because I can't figure this out right now. You know what I mean? Like, and it was a moment, bro.
One of the classic freestyles, and
Moment.
you proved it right then and there. Did he know it was going to be a 10-minute freestyle, or it was just keep going until you're finished? How did that even work?
Um, I don't know if he knew it was gonna be 10 minutes, but when I got the call, because he was managing me for a little bit. So he was just like, yo, you ready? So I was just like, yeah, him and Kelly Jackson. Shout out to Kelly Jackson and Sway. But when when I got the call, I said, I'm super ready, bro. He said, all right, man, I'm just saying. I said, bro, believe me, you might need more than 5 beats, bro.
And it ended up being 9.
9 of them joints, man. I wanted 10 beats, bro. But that thing about me, it just fit what was going on too well.
You were able to adjust to each tempo like it was nothing.
Yeah, it's a lot of practice, bro.
And it paid off. It paid off for you.
Man,
uh,
appreciate you.
Getting connected with Royce the 5'9" through Rook of the Justice League. You met with Royce the 5'9", and often not even hearing anything, he thought that you were trash.
No, 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 no,
What
no.
was
That
that?
was
I read something online.
God. Yeah. So I think naturally, New York guys, we think everything is trash. It's just a natural thing. It's just a state of being like, yeah, nah, trash. So Rook was playing me some of Royce's. He was playing me stuff off Book of Ryan years before it came out. So I heard the cocaine song, and then I heard the song about Thanksgiving or Christmas, at like how Christmas would go at their crib or whatever. And I was just like, and yo, I wasn't too familiar with Royce before that. So I was just like, yo, he is nice. He said, yeah, it's the same dude you said was trash.
Oh,
So
so
I was,
you thought Royce was,
yeah,
oh, okay, yeah. So
nah,
this is where it got mixed up online.
yeah, I said Royce was trash before I heard him. It's just something that New York people do. Like, nah, he's trash. He not from New York, he's trash. You feel me? Out before I heard anything. So Rook was like, yo, I'm about to go see him at the Gramercy Theater if you want to pull up. And I remember meeting Royce, and I told him, I was like, yo, bro, I'll be honest with you, bro. I thought you was trash. And I'm only telling you this so you can understand, like, yo, after seeing your performance and hearing your music, like, I'm genuinely a fan. I'm not a day one fan, and I'm a harsh critic. You don't, not that you even care, but it's just like I need to let you know that, like, this is, you're OD nice. And he was like, yo, bro, nobody's been that real with me in a while, bro. Like, let's go get something to eat. So me, Royce, and Rook went to get something to eat. That might have been 2015-ish. And then
Chopped up about politics.
chopped it up about politics, man, eating hush puppies in I forgot the name of the spot. Red Rooster or somewhere we was at. And then years later, he DM'd me. He was just like, yo, bro, give me a call. And I was like, word? Called that man. We was on the phone for 3 hours. He sent me 2 beats, and he was just like, pretty much I told you I had to say I want you on the album. I was like, word? All right, cool then. So I yeah, he sent me 2 joints. He was like, yo, just pick one and then send one back. And I sent it back both. And I was just like, you could pick one. Whichever one you messing with, then you know what I'm saying, you can run with that. And then that's the joint that ended up getting Grammy nominated.
Grammy nominated. How's it feel to be a nominee?
It's not, it don't feel like how I thought. You know what I mean? And I think that's with anything in life. It's just like you feel like you want a big chain, then you get it, and it's just like, oh, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you want a dope pair of sneakers and you get it. It's just like, oh, like now what? You see what I'm saying? So it's just like I got the certificate joint in the living room. And I was just like, nah, that's dope. That's cool. It's like, all right, what's next? You know what I'm saying?
Styles P is another collaborator in which you've made some songs together in the past. And do you have some more work on the way with Styles P?
Man, I need some, so I'll probably hit him up. He showed love first before I'm not gonna say before anybody, but he was one of the first ones. I think the first one to show love for real was Clark Kent. But like Styles P was also one of the first to show love for real, for real. And he was like, yeah, nah, like I need you on this album. So I went to D Block and I did the album, and then he was like, anything you need, let me know. So I hit him for the feature on Godfrey, God Bless the Child. He sent the joint back in 15 minutes.
That's an elite MC right there.
Crazy.
15 minutes.
15 minutes he sent it back.
I'm not surprised. That's an elite MC straight out of the 90s.
You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Yeah, Styles is different.
Your connection to Styles, that was through Clark Kent?
Nah, I met Styles through Divine Bars, who was DMX's manager.
Mm.
Yeah. So that morning joint, he actually made the beat. And you know what I'm saying? He was just like, yo, your name is Oswin. That's a whole long story. But pretty much, yeah, he ended up connecting me with Styles. Or after the morning joint came out, we found out that he was the producer, and we just kept working close. You know what I'm saying? All of the Yonkers people, D Block, DMX, we just kept it close.
You came across Kendrick Lamar a few times in your career. You actually spit 16 for him once.
Yeah, bro. Bars. 2012, man, right when Good Kid, Mad City came out, man. And I gave that man the best 16 I had at the time, bro.
Did he say anything to you?
Yeah, he was like, so it was a forum in the Apple store in Soho. And, you know, at the end, they would like, anybody have any questions? And the guy would go around with the mic. So I was like, I got a question. He came over to me and was like, yo, can I give you a 16? And a dude who was like curating the event, he was just like, bro, that's not a question. I was like, I mean, but it is, because I asked if I give him a 16. You feel me? Like, that's for sure a question. And then I rap, and when I rap, he was just like, yo, what's your name? Like Oswin Benjamin. He was just like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna remember that, fam. I'm gonna remember the name. I was like, bro, even if you don't, that's cool. I was like, I know it's gonna be in the podcast when it dropped. Apple took my whole shit out. Took the whole thing out, bro. I waited for that episode to drop, dog. And when it did, I was just like, wow, everybody think I'm a liar now.
Politics in this game. Whoever the editor was, the editor in chief.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, not today.
No, but you came across Kendrick a few more times. You actually saw him in a kitchen.
Yeah, kitchen at Rick Rubin's crib.
Mm-hmm. You were hanging out with Rick Rubin.
I mean, I didn't see Rick there. We were just at his house.
You were at his house. There was a record that was being made at the time.
It was a couple of them. Shout out to Chris Dave for giving me that call, man. Chris Dave, legendary drummer. I don't know if you're familiar, but he's played on everything. Anything from 444 to Adele to D'Angelo to you name it, he's on it. You know what I'm saying? So he gave me the call, like, all right, cool, boom. So we're gonna go to Rick Rubin crib to knock out some records, bro. If you with it, if I'm with it. So you ain't even got to book my flight. I'll pay for it myself. Don't even trip, bro. I'll be there. You know what I mean? That's when I saw Kendrick eating a panini.
I think it's gonna come a time that you two get on a track together.
I'd hope so, man. That'd be dope, man. Kendrick is another one of my favorites, man.
One of the greatest of all time. He's actually going to be performing halftime at the Super Bowl next week. We finally get a hip hop performance.
Yeah, I peeped. Jay-Z curated that whole thing, right?
I think he did. I'm pretty sure that's what his whole deal was supposed to be with the NFL, was to diversify some things.
Yeah, bro. He got Eminem,
Snoop
Kendrick,
Dogg, Mary J. Blige.
and Mary J. Yeah, that sound like a whole move.
Yeah, it's an all-star lineup.
That sound like a whole move for sure.
For your old version, you made your acting debut as D.
Yeah.
How'd you get this opportunity, and what was the audition like?
So for the again, shout out to Kelly, Kelly Kincaid. She sent the email, and when I got the email, I wasn't gonna do it because I was scared. I was like, "Nigga, I ain't no actor, I rap." She was like, "Bro, you better do this. You better go do that audition." So they gave me like a scene or whatever, and I had to you know, memorize it and go in there and do the scene. So when I did it, Rada was in there, who was also the lead and the director. So she was just like, "Nah, bro, that's the guy right there. That's the guy." And I was like, "Word, all right, cool, son, we got it." So we shot for like 3 weeks, bro, and that whole joint it was incredible, bro. I want to do way more movies.
I know it inspired you to do way more movies as you just said, and it actually changed your perception on actors in film, and even looking at Tupac's performance in Above the Rim,
Hmm.
Denzil's performance in Training Day.
Yeah, like yeah, y'all are nice, and it's weird, bro, because like the key to great acting is to look like you're not acting, which is weird. You know what I'm saying? Like great
Yeah,
actors look like
like it's
they're
just
not.
natural.
Yeah, like wow, Leonardo DiCaprio is a great actor because I would do that. You know what I'm saying? Like Denzel is just like, yo, I would probably say that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like if you were regular, and it's like it made her like it was weird. It changed how I looked at things, bro. It's like I'll be on a train and I'll be like, yo, all of these people right here are amazing actors because they're just doing what they do. You see what I'm saying? Once you start thinking about it, then it gets weird. But nah, the best actors are just people who would do what normal people would do in normal situations or extreme situations.
Do you have anything lined up as far as upcoming film work that you have?
Um, not yet. It's something in the works, but we just waiting for the paperwork to get drawn up. But nothing off top. I can tell you right now that's like solidified.
Chlotrudis, you were nominated for that award of Best Supporting Actor.
I didn't even know that, bro.
I read that online.
I didn't even know what's it called,
Chlotrudis, I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm pretty sure.
bro. Send me the email when we get off. I didn't
I'm
even
gonna
know.
send that to you. Yeah, because I read that online and I was like, I never heard it said in any other interviews, but it was something that tracked your biography that I found out about it.
That's crazy. I didn't know I was nominated for that, bro. That's fucking nuts.
That's you, because then when I gave you your intro, you kind of looked at me like,
Yeah, I was just like, yo, what's that?
and I said that's what, and that's when I said to you, I said we got to get that promoted out there. We got to touch on that. I thought you knew.
I had no clue, bro. I was up. I was nominated for that, bro. That's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
huge.
wow. Wow, man. Yeah, that was a wow. Thank you for that, bro. I
Yeah,
had no
man.
clue.
I really dove in to do some research on you because it's important whenever a guest is on my show, I do the most research as possible. And I'm glad that I was able to break that news to you.
Yeah, man. This is crazy, man. Wow, bro. My man DJ Mad Max.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
sir.
send you that email because I want you to go. You should celebrate it. You should
Yeah,
celebrate it.
bro. I got some Hennessy in here somewhere. I'm gonna figure it out.
Oh, but you got some upcoming work with music. I'm sure that you're working on your own solo project too.
Yeah, we about to start gearing up to dropping the singles every month again. And then by fall, I wanna have a project done or probably one before that. You know what I mean? They really got me working out here. So I'm in a good space.
Mhm.
So I don't know, man. It might be 2 albums this year. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Get another album from OCD.
Gotta talk to the fellas and see how they feel, man. But I wouldn't mind it. But I know everybody's doing their own solo thing too. So yeah, I'm with whatever, bro. They want to do another album, I'm doing.
I love how it's an acronym similar. This draws another correlation to another great hip hop collective, to WWCD of Griselda. It's both an acronym, OCD.
Yeah.
There's 2 different things there.
Yeah.
For the name of your group and the title of their album. Griselda's title of their album.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Yo,
Insane.
you're like a young Nardwuar. You know?
I've gotten that a lot of times before.
Yeah, man. You're like a young Nardwuar with like better teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I appreciate that. That's hilarious, but I've gotten that comparison before. Oh man. Oswin, is there anything else you would love to let the audience know, and your fans that are tuned in and listening, as well as the people here after it's live?
I mean, just thank you, man. Thank you for rocking with me. If y'all not familiar, my name is Oswin Benjamin. You can follow me everywhere at OSWIN Benjamin. Shout out to DJ Mad Max, you feel me? For all of the information, for letting me know things about myself that I didn't know. fucking crazy. But nah, man, just thank you, bro. Thank you.
Man.
Shout out to Support the Homies Management. Shout out to Chris Rivers, Denzil Porter. Shout out to my wife. You know what I mean?
Shout out to everyone. They can follow you on Instagram at Oswin Benjamin and Twitter at Oswin Benjamin too.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Make sure you go tune in. Oswin, I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. I had a great time chopping up with you. I appreciate what you're doing out here for hip hop, because I support the real MCs out here. I can tell who's fake and who isn't. You're one of the real ones. And trust me, you're one of the ones pushing the hip hop culture forward, because we have a lot of nonsense out here. I see the politics. You guys should be in these spots that some of these mainstream rappers are in, because you put your heart and soul into it. A lot of it's fabricated, and I understand what you're going through, but I think the reward in the end is going to be better than what these guys are getting.
Man, appreciate you, fam.
Of course, man. I want you to enjoy the rest of your night. Take care, stay safe, and I'm going to send you that email as soon as we get off the Zoom, man.
All right, I got you, bro. You too, bro. Stay safe over there, man.
You too, man.
All right. Hey, look, and I forgive you for that Boston hat, man.
Oh, that.
I forgive you, dog.
Oh no, it's the Brooklyn Dodgers. You were born in Brooklyn.
Very good. Very well played, Mad Max. well played. Yes. Good Brooklyn then. Good Brooklyn hat.
Yes. Is that a Met hat or a New York Giants hat?
It's Mets, man.
It's Mets, because I know the Giants back in the day, they had the black hat. That's why they moved to San Francisco. They came from New York originally. You
feel me? Yeah, nah. We and I'm not even a Mets fan, bro. It's a good fitted with a good patch. You know what I'm saying?
I like it though.
Bro. Got you, man. Yo, I appreciate you.
Thank you again,
man. Send me that email. I wanna check that out.
Yeah, man, for sure. I'm gonna send it right to you right now as soon as we get off the call, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. Like I said before, man, I look forward to getting you back on the show.
Man, I'm here for it, bro.
Of course, man. Peace out, man.
All right, my G.
Peace.